If your brand is doing anywhere between 7 and 8 figures a year, and you're still struggling with Amazon ads, it is not your fault. Amazon ads are built completely backwards, it's outdated with the last click attribution model, and the campaign structure is different than Meta or Google or anything that you know. In this video, I will reveal our system that added $90,000 in profitable revenue within 30 days for one of our partners. With that said, let's start into the video and start straight with the disclaimers because it is not for everybody. Once you activate this framework, you will see an increased ad spend. Some of your campaigns will have 0 sales and only spend. This is good because you already know that we have a lost click attribution. You will have to work more since we will create the room for 2 to 3x your revenue and also profit within the month. I would use this framework only in 3 situations. If you have experience with Amazon ads, if you can't scale further and hit a ceiling with your current revenue and profit, or if you just have a lot of budget at the beginning. If you're a beginner, you want to keep it low, and this ad strategy is not for you. However, understanding the principles set in the video are important, so I recommend watching, especially that I'm sharing at the end how to get access to all our tools that we're currently using. The goal with this video and this strategy is very easy. It is to scale your brand on Amazon with non-branded traffic. The question that we will answer in a second is how do we measure success? And it's actually pretty easy. It's climbing in organic ranking, higher bestseller ranking, and higher net profit. And I have to warn you once again, because when you implement this strategy and you don't see any increase in net profit, you have to go back to your listing and improve your conversion rate. Since the conversion rate is mostly influenced by your listing images, they are influencing the purchase decision by up to 70%. So if your listing images are bad, then it's time to redo them. As said, at the end of the video, you get access to all the tools for your Amazon success. I will cover what to do for what. So stay tuned and let's start with the video. Let me tell you some small words about me. I run a small exclusive agency called Ecom Wizards. I live and breathe Amazon. I do this since 2017. And we work with brands like Raya, Media Evolution, Goda, Zefta, Footwear, Solarcon, JBS, and a bunch of more. To prove that I know what I'm talking about, here we have 25k days. Here we scaled a brand from like 240, here we were out of stock, to almost 600k a month. And here we scaled another brand from 45 to 101,000. Which is running roughly now about 150,000 a month with one single product. When you want to understand what we're doing, we have to discover and destroy 3 important pillars, 3 secrets that nobody wants to let you know. And the first secret is about profitable ads. In my opinion, it's the biggest lie in the history of Amazon advertising. People say Amazon ads need to be profitable, which is far from truth. Of course, if you split it overall, you want to have a profitable business, but otherwise than that, why should be your ads profitable? We have organic ranking and we have sponsored ranking. So let's go into this a little bit in detail. In the past, we used to run profitable ads only and we lost revenue over time. Of course, in the short terms, our profit kicks in, but over the long term, revenue went down. And so we discovered this system here and implemented it. Of course, if you do this blindly, you will just spend money or burn it. So better just give it to me or to a charity or whatever. So we have to establish certain rules. When your organic conversion rate is better than the market, you will keep the organic position that you climbed up to. You can figure that out if this happens if you check the SQPR report. This is first-party data from Amazon at the best that we can use. If your conversion rate is worse than the market, there are several reasons behind this. For example, it could be your price, your review rate, or also your images. So looking at this from a holistic view is very important. However, at this point, we just have to understand that Amazon ads don't need to be profitable all the time. They can be negative if we know they will benefit us. It's called push marketing. And in this part, how do we measure the success of profitable ads, or in this case, of unprofitable ads? It is, as I said already earlier, whether we climb an organic ranking, so we need an organic rank tracker. We need to understand whether we have higher bestseller ranking in BSR, or if the net profits are bigger, or if we have an increased traffic from non-branded keywords. Because if your branded keywords increase and you have more sales, it's literally not the reason behind this system. So to recap the first secret and the first understanding of how your brand have to function is that profitable ads are a lie overall, but you have to structure them well. And this comes to my second secret, which is about the campaign structure. With the campaign structure, you have to understand now that a one-size-fits-all campaign like a CBO campaign doesn't exist on Amazon. Amazon has a huge attribution problem. It is a last click attribution with a 14-day conversion window delay. So it means when I do a purchase today or click on this and do purchase tomorrow, it will be attributed later on. Like we see the data, it's a 14-day conversion window delay. I have to admit, most of your data, like 80 to the 85% is synced after 1 day, but everything above like 100, like 100% synced data is done after 14 days. And understanding that we can run top of the funnel for awareness and bottom of the funnel for profit. And when we run both campaigns and we know that it's like the last click attribution, guess who gets 100% of all the contribution for that? Of course, it's the bottom of the funnel ad, even if the top of the funnel had impact as well. And to break the myth down, I want to go over campaign structure. As I said already, we're not running a CBO, we're not running a performance wax. We are here very granular. How granular, I will tell you in a second, because I have a beautiful graph that I prepared that you can just copy and screenshot and do whatever you want to do with this. We need to have also proper naming. I personally recommend you put your goal. Well, about the goals, I show you in a second, the type, match, info, keyword. So for example, it's a rank campaign for sponsored products, sponsored display, exact, top of the search, toothbrush. That's a keyword. And then we have to leverage bid types. I will tell you the baseline behind that in a second as well. This is here just for sponsored products, but you can take it to all different levels. So we have here, and I want to mark this, we have 4 types of campaigns. We have discovery, we have rank campaigns, we have profit campaigns, and we have shield campaigns. The rank campaigns, we will split even into profit and rank as well. Let me cover the baseline. So for the discovery, you have auto campaign, you have broad match modifier, you have phrase and category campaigns. These are typically on a lower ACoS goal, and they're for profit as well. We just want to discover long tail keywords and also cover them, because if they're like 1,000 keywords, we don't want to cover them manually. It doesn't make any sense. And sometimes we get also into a different, what is called bid corridor. What is important to say, we use here only down only. It's easiest way to make profit. The same what we do here on the profit campaign and on the shield campaigns. We use everywhere down only. The profit campaigns can be multi-keyword campaigns, so you take up to 10 exact matches that are coming from your root keyword. So for example, for wireless keyboard, you say wireless keyboard black, wireless keyboard gaming, wireless keyboard office, whatever is relevant, it has to be relevant. Put in one campaign with 10 keywords and you run it. The important part here is it should be long tail, it should have less than 1,000 searches a month. And that's pretty much it. The shield campaigns are the next topic. These are your brand defense campaign. So you can target product pages and search page. When somebody's searching your name, then you want to be there with your ads as well. You think like, oh yeah, but why do I pay for my own ads? It's simple. If you don't do this, others will do, and you will lose money, especially when you have a lot of copycats that look similar to you or are just cheaper. Then you want to cover your product pages. So when somebody clicks on this, there are a lot of ad places as well. You want to cover them as well. And the last one important part are rank campaigns. Here you want to split into single keyword, single PAT. PAT means product ASIN targeting. And why do I say this? Because it's completely nonsense, which we'll cover in a second as well. When you run ASIN campaigns like product targeting, you will show up on keywords as well, and vice versa. And these rank campaigns in the next step, in the next secret I will show you, it will make sense why we split this even further. But for now, I just want to clarify one thing. You have to get a proper tool for analytics. I'll share all the tools at the end. As I said, here you have to differentiate between top of search product pages and rest of search. Most of your money should go to top of search. In this case, even has the best performance. Why? Because we vary on the long. However, if you're on your main keywords, or also called fat hats, thousands of search volume, you will be not profitable. But you will get the first impression. You top of the funnel. And this is where we have to differentiate how to track this, because the attribution model is horrible. We agree on this. And for that, I would like to go to the third secret, to the last one that you have to understand today to implement the strategy. And it's about splitting placements. So a lot of agencies, people, and brands, one campaign per placement. You optimize for profit. But the problem is, we know that on the fat hats, on the big keywords, we want to get the first impression. We know when somebody is going away and clicking on a different ad, the second ad, 100% of the attribution. This makes it hard. This makes it hard to scale it campaign on budget. It makes it hard to go on ACoS or on different things. When I show you these two campaigns, you will think that the top campaign is horrible. You have like $200 spent, no sale or one sale, only 23 clicks, the CPC is horrible high. This is a fat hat. But we get a lot of impressions, and we can show that because of this campaign, we have actually more money made and net profit. But you have to look on the account level. The second campaign looks way better, and you think like, oh, scale that. In this case, it's good that it's showing also top of search, but there are a lot of campaigns where you have them just separated, like a little bit spent here, a little bit spent there, and so on. and then you can't really optimize it. It's a little bit harder, so that's why I wouldn't recommend it. And once you understand this problem behind this, we have to split one keyword into 3 campaigns, or one campaign for each placement. You could also make it up and say top of search, which is top of the funnel with fixed bits, and the rest of search and product pages together, depending how granular you want to be. And the rest of search and product pages you go with down only. With this strategy, you can push most of the ad spend to top of the search or profitable ones, and you can really differentiate between where you want to get awareness and where you want to get the sales. And this is really important when you run retargeting ads, as I said already, because if you run retargeting like functional retargeting or sponsored display or Amazon DSP, then you slowly understand to see like, oh, the more I push in top of the funnel and the more really on the retargeting, better my campaigns will be. Of course, you want to go also on the very high specific keywords where you know like, oh, I show up and people buy me. Like something like wireless keyboard for the office in black. If you show up there and you have this type of keyword, you won. But otherwise, you need a little bit longer customer journey. And as I said, not that easy. I hope at this moment you feel like this here. And let me tell you, I was feeling the same once I understood the principles behind Amazon advertising and how wrong it actually is. But this is just the beginning. I just want to say what we covered today. Profitable ads are a lie. Get rid of that. Understand that you have to analyze and optimize them correctly. Understand that you can't run an auto campaign and hope for the best. You have to get campaign structures, and then you have to split placements. Because with splitting placements, you also split the bottom of the funnel and top of the funnel approach. However, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There are topics like, how do I do a proper keyword research? How do I build the system for ads to run them? Because you don't want to bid all that manually when you have like 30 campaigns per product. It's just too much to do it manually. How to optimize my listings properly to have a higher conversion rate. Where to look for the data and how to read the Amazon data, all the reports, the SQPR reports, and at the end, also how to troubleshoot problems. I mean, just think about this. Troubleshooting is a big part. If your listing is down, you have to fix it as soon as possible. And this brings us to what we actually do. I mean, we take care of that as your partner. We protect you against hijackers, prohibited resellers. We scale your ads profitably with a system that we know that works, that we showed here, and it's far bigger than this. We do a proper SEO keyword research. We do the conversion rate optimization. We do the reporting on weekly and monthly basis. We take care of your inventory to ensure that you have enough stock for the season. We take care of your troubleshooting, and we can also do Amazon DSP even if you have a little budget, so we don't have to start there with like 30,000 or whatever other people want to charge you. But there's a catch. We don't work with everybody. We work with a limited amount of people because we like scaling. And honestly, I like to have an easy life as well. And you like to have an easy life with Amazon. We work with econ brands then doing anywhere between 7 and 8 figures a year. That's the sweet spot where I can scale you, where we can scale you and take care of that. If this feels right for you, you can click below and book a call straight away. If all this would help you give you a reliable partner who knows how to scale brands on Amazon without branded traffic, get more time on your other channels, and have overall more profit in your business. The answer is pretty easy what you would do. You would go below and book a call. If you want to get access to all the tools, don't worry. I'll send it to you via email so you don't have to worry about this. There's a full description on how to use it and when to use it, because there are just a bunch of them. And from there, we can grow together. See you soon.